Alright, I'm back. For disclaimer, that wasn't the animation I was talking about. This is just like how I done this animation. Where are you going? Get back here. Okay, stay there. Anyway, we're not gonna use these friends. And then start by adding a cube. With not cube, I mean plane, and setting up the materials. And I guess some at the like around bluish. Okay, that's a little bit too blue. Alright, this is actually gonna take for a bit, so I'm just gonna sped this up. Alright, so I normally use I instead of setting the key to be automatically, but this is gonna be annoying if this pops up. So in the keying tab and then to location rotation. So I'm only press I and it will add the keyframe. You can also change it to scale if you want. So how I determine the frame is by I imagine it on my head and then when do I jump and what does he jump and around there. That's how I do it. And I remember, so it's about like 34, so it's gonna be 30 and it's gonna be like over there. Could be wrong, but that's just how I do the laying out. And I think keyframe there too. And when she's gonna jump down, and that's how the base location. And before she jump too, just to make things a bit more easily. After that, I'm gonna go with the animating the base layout on the running parts. So I'm just gonna sped this up too, just like a base tutorial, not like a all basic tutorial. You get my point, right? Right, yes. I'm talking to myself. I think I'm going insane. Alright, actually, the falling part it looks a bit off, so I'm just gonna make her fall a bit further down. Alright, so after that's done, I normally just fix up the running animation to make it like an actual running instead of like sliding away. So if you wanna look at how I do it, you can just slow down the video. I didn't put any background noise, so you wouldn't have that screeching noises in the background. Yeah, gonna speed it up too. So as I said before, I was thinking about okay, I was thinking about how many frame will it take for her to jump, and it was about 30, and yeah, it was a bit too far, and I'm trying to fix it here. Okay. So what I'm thinking right now is if I'm going to jump, how will I move? And that's how it's going on in my head, and also grabbing my table to like think if I should move my body this way or that way. That can help to animate jumping or even anything. Just like imagine or doing it yourself how you move and then try to replicate it to your characters. It's pretty okay. So I'm gonna speed it up again. So I think the falling part is way too fast, so I'm just gonna move that there. I think she's falling too slow now. I guess that's just about right. Now, I don't think there's anyone that will fall like immediately to the falling position. So during the fall, you gotta make or create like how will she fall or you will fall from that height. So there's no way like after you jump and then you move your entire body to position like the landing part. You gotta have that falling animation part or falling posture part. You get my point, right? Right? I think I'm going insane. So after that's done, I'm gonna make like the falling impact by duplicating the previous frame or the latest frame and then slide it up and then adjusting the body moving a slightly just like noticeable but not way too hard. Not moving way too rough, just soft movement, slight movement. And then after, all right, and insert keyframe, and then there's that soft recoil or bounce after she falls. Increase the smoothness a little bit. So now after that's done, moving on into the animating the facial expression. Yeah, I don't think there's any much explanation. Just imagine the expression, how will it be, and yeah. So now time to add the camera and moving along this way. All right. I just wanna show the legs and follow the movement and make sure it's on linear so it doesn't sped up and then slow down. Nice, and then add in an extra movement at the end there. Hit Control P in the timeline and then duplicate the camera and Control B. Yeah. So what am I doing here? If you have two camera like cuts to change where the camera move, if you have motion blur, you're usually just gonna like a blur out in that one frame. So you gotta have to set up two camera or more. By pressing Control P in the timeline, it will switch into the currently selected camera to which will remove that motion blur. So it will just change the camera to here instead of move the camera here instantly. And like around here, I want to switch back into a different position, like cuts. So I use the old camera and move one timeline and then press Control B in the timeline, not the viewport, and move the camera into the position I wanted. Okay, maybe a bit closer. Yeah, around here, increase the FOV. And also duplicate the camera, the keyframe for the camera so that doesn't create the blur, just in case. And you can also drag this if you wanna move it earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna add like another bounce thingy to a shock. I don't know what it's called, like the camera shakes a little bit as he falls, like that. And then go bit up just slightly, and as I played, yeah, there's that impact. All right, final thing. You're not supposed to do it like this order. Usually, you will want to do the lighting first or in the midway, and I just kind of forgot. And okay, I guess orange. Um, and set the shadow over there. Alright, and this is just like lighting setup parts, adding the sky to adjusting the sunlight. Gonna sped this one up too. The stupid me almost forgot something, and that is the motion blur. I forgot to turn it on. Where is it? And here at the end of frame. And reduce the shutter to a bit lower. Alright, time to render again. And this is the final result. Hope you enjoyed the video. Although this is not tutorial or this anything that's nonsensical, hope you enjoy it. Goodbye.